What's your Tyler's back with my retro reviews? Starrcade 1999. And I'm not going to say about it that this show was terrible. Like there were a lot of bad shows in 1999 for WCW. That is, Bash at the Beach, Great American Bash, Fall Brawl, Uncensored. You know those shows. So yeah, December 19th, which is the 25th anniversary of this event, at the MCI Center in Washington D.C. So this has 13 matches with one, two, four title matches on this show also. This is the last WCW pay-per-view of 1999. Jeez, no wonder why. This is one of the worst WCW pay-per-views ever. So let's just talk about this event. Now, there's one more retro review to do next week, and that's the TNA pay-per-view in 2009. That's you know what it is. First up, we had a tag team match between the Mamalukes, which is Big Vito and Johnny the Bull, with Tony Marinara, the future Tony Mamaluke of ECW fame. They made their debuts the night after Mayhem. Defeats Disco Inferno, Disco Inferno, and Lash LaRue. This was for the Mamalukes' first WCW pay-per-view match, it was what it was. I mean, and there's that. Although Disco Inferno inadvertently cost his team the match, where he inadvertently hit Lash LaRue with the Last Dance, aka the Stunner from. Which I was like, you deserve to lose this match, Disco, you fucking idiot. And he is I hate Disco Inferno. I'm sorry, because. Sorry, I'm a little sore from yesterday. I don't know why I'm that, but if you ever saw Goldberg's VHS tape of Goldberg Who's Next, he said guys like Disco are an embarrassment, which, yes, Disco is a fucking embarrassment. And then afterwards, the Mamalukes and puts Disco Inferno in a body bag. Then they take him out of the body bag and put him in the trunk, and it's like the Disco being a part of the Mamalukes. First, I was avoiding the body bag, and what the fuck, man? I give it a 4 out of 10. It was what it was. Now, I'll talk about the situation between the U.S. champion on this show because yeah. Anyways, next up is for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. Medusa defeats Evan Courageous to win the Cruiserweight Championship. This match was fucking terrible. I mean, the Cruiserweight around this time was... Why didn't they just throw the Cruiserweight Championship in the garbage and not the Television Championship? Because, yes, during the build of the show, which I watched, like, that part where Kevin Nash and Scott Hall threw the TV title in the garbage, which, I'm sorry, you might as well do it with the Cruiserweight Championship also. Courageous won the title at Mayhem the prior month, and he cheated on Medusa with Spice, a Nitro girl, and guess what? Vince Russo Swerve, Spice turns on Evan Courageous and joins up with Medusa, and this match was fucking awful. 0. Oh, more on that when I talk about Sold Out in 2 weeks, when Medusa lost the Cruiserweight Championship to... Well, we'll say that. We'll talk about that one in 2 weeks. Next up is it's for the WCW Hardcore Championship. Norman Smiley defeats Ming to retain the Hardcore Championship. I actually thought this match was pretty entertaining for Norman Smiley's stuff. I mean, Norman Smiley was like the shining light of the WCW Hardcore division, and the pre-match promo was freaking hilarious. You know, Norman Smiley's afraid of Ming, and then he tells Mean Gene, he says, "Did I wet myself? Did I soil myself?" And Mean Gene says, "Yeah, I think you did. You think you did." I said, "I did? Oh shit." Yeah. I mean, Norris Smiley was just running away from Ming. They always fought in the backstage area. They didn't. This match did not actually took place inside the ring. For some reason, Finley and Brian Knox, they were a team in WCW. They attacked Ming, and Norman Smiley wins. And afterwards, Ming was the bad loser and gives Nick Patrick a Tongan death grip. I mean, it was pretty entertaining. I give it a 5 out of 10. Next up is an 8-person tag match. And there's 2 stipulations in this match. If Duggan's team wins, the Revolution must become janitors for 30 days. But if the Revolution wins, Jim Duggan must denounce the USA. What is up with these stupid stipulations? It doesn't show on Wikipedia, but the Revolution of Shane Douglas, Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn, and Asia, who was a China ripoff, defeats Jim Duggan and the Varsity Club of Kevin Sullivan, who, mind you, at Bash at the Beach 97, he lost a retirement match to Chris Benoit, which we'll get to Benoit later on. Mike Rotunda, IRS, for y'all, you know, the father of the late Bray Wyatt, and Bo Dallas, or Uncle Howdy, rather. And Rick Steiner. This was another terrible match. And it was mostly just a 2-on-1 handicap match, because none of the Varsity Club members got in the match properly. Shane Douglas was on commentary during this fucking match with Tony Schiavone, Bobby Heenan, and Scott Hudson. I mean, no offense, I'd rather have Mike Tenay than Scott Hudson. I mean, nothing against him, but... And then the Varsity Club turned on Jim Duggan. Jeez, when I seen this... Oh yeah, we kind of knew this was going to happen. And Shane Douglas gets in the ring and gets the pinfall victory. And yeah, another brutal match. Another 0 out of 10. Then we get a combined match. I'm combining these two for the hell of it. Vampiro defeats Steve Williams by disqualification. Dr. Death Steve Williams, that is, not Stone Cold Steve Austin, which, by the way, is his birthday. This is all as if Vampiro wins. He gets the match with Oklahoma, which is Ed Ferrara. Yeah, this is a time where they were copying, and one of which Jim Ross is Bell's palsy, which it's fucked up for you to do. So Steve Williams got himself disqualified by shoving referee Charles Robinson down. And now with the Vampiro versus Oklahoma. And I'm sorry, but this is a... Fuck this whole fucking shit. Another 0 out of 10. Oh, this is going to be December's member levels of bad, is it? Then another 6-person tag match, which is Creative Control, which is Gerald and Patrick, aka the Harris Brothers, and Kurt Hennig defeats Harlem Heat and Midnight. Yeah, Booker T did the best he could. Stevie Ray was barely in the match. That's all I have to say, really. I give it a 3 out of 10. Just being generous, because Booker T is Booker T, you know. I love Booker T, though, but, you know, following year at Bash at the Beach 2000, he becomes the WCW champion. And rightfully so. Also, this was the beginning of the end of Harlem Heat in WCW, except for one match on Thunder in 2000. Anyways, next up is a bunkhouse brawl match. It's basically a no disqualification match with Falls Count Anywhere. That's it. Now, Jeff Jarrett lost his Intercontinental Championship to China at No Mercy, and then he came the next night on Nitro. He's buffed back with the guitar, and he calls himself the Chosen One. Then Dustin Rhodes was 7. But Dustin Rhodes shit on the character. It was those work shoot promos. He says, we're going to take a long, hard look at this crap I'm in. And he tells me he hates Goldust. And which, first off, all due respect to you, Dustin, but you did great as Goldust. I ain't shitting on Dustin Rhodes. He's a good wrestler. But, little brother Cody is the WWE champion. But, no offense to Dustin, good wrestler. I like him as Goldust. But yeah, and then this led to the feud between Dustin Rhodes and Jeff Jarrett. Two second-generation wrestlers, Jarrett blames Dustin for costing him the world title twice. Once in the Mayhem Tournament semifinals against Benoit, and the other one was against Bret Hart. And this led to the bunkhouse brawl match here. They start in the backstage area. They went to the arena, and this was a pretty fun match. For some reason, Jeff Jarrett did defeat Dustin Rhodes in this bunkhouse brawl match. This led to, for some fucking reason, Dustin Rhodes, taped up referee Billy Silverman's arms and mouth for some reason. Then Kurt Angle got involved and untied him, why did Dustin Rhodes attack the ref for this? Then Shattered Dreams to both Jarrett and Kurt Angle, the ultimate family jewel shot. And then it ends with Jeff Jarrett hitting Dustin Rhodes with the guitar. And we all know Jeff Jarrett loves to hit people with guitars. No, I like Jeff Jarrett though, but yeah, this ain't the last time we see Jeff Jarrett on this show, because we'll get to that in a moment. But I give this a 6 out of 10. This was I love hardcore matches and there. Then we get a crowbar on a pole match. Not the wrestler. A weapon called a crowbar. Diamond Dallas Page defeats David Flair. This started at Halloween Havoc, where if you saw my Halloween Havoc 99 review 2 months ago on Halloween, it's on there. DDP defeats Ric Flair in a strap match. And then DDP got run off by David Flair with the crowbar. In reality, he's going to shoot the Ready to Rumble movie. Again, a guilty pleasure of mine. I know it's not for everybody, but hey, I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. I like to see guys like Goldberg, DDP, Booker T in that movie. Yeah, I know, David Arquette, but he didn't want to be WCW champion. That's all I have to say. And a lot of people are saying, are you going to do a dumpster fires on David Arquette's world title in WCW? Look, I respect David Arquette for not wanting to do it. But anyways, back to this. DP returned at Mayhem, and this led to the match here. And for some reason during this show, David Flair was wearing a Halloween Havoc t-shirt. Even though Halloween Havoc was 2 months prior to this. And he got a golden crowbar, which he attacked DDP with. And no joke, this is one of DDP's worst WCW matches he ever had. Hell, his match with the Renegade at Full Blown 95 was better than this. And that was before DDP became the big name in wrestling. And the fact that DDP has to sell for fucking David Flair is fucking, really? Jesus Christ, David Flair was terrible in the ring. I mean, as far as Ric Flair's kids confirmed, yes. I'm still saying this right now. Charlotte Flair is a hell of a lot better of a worker than David Flair. And the finish, David grabs the black crowbar. Yes, the black crowbar. He's going to hit DP with. DP just gives him the diamond cutter 1, 2, 3. Now, at least DP won, thank God. And DP was going to hit Dave Flair in the Family Jewels, and then we saw the WCW debut of Daphne. And you know what happened to her. Yeah, I'm not going into full details about that. Yeah, this led to the pairing between David Flair and Daphne. No, not the girl from Scooby-Doo, okay? This is the screaming character, that is. I give it a 2 out of 10, and it's Diamond Dallas Page. You know how much I'm a fan of Diamond Dallas Page. Anyways. Sting defeats Lex Luger. I know he was called the Total Package, but I'm still going to call him Lex Luger. Because the Total Package is his nickname. That's like if you repackage AJ Styles as just the phenomenal one. That's fucking stupid, really. So, Sting with a heel at Fall Brawl, which, yeah, that went over like a fart in church. Sting just turned babyface at Mayhem, where he lost to Bret Hart. This led to the refeud between Sting and Lex Luger. Look, nothing against Lex Luger, but I was more of a Sting guy than Lex Luger. I mean, Sting, I met him in 2021. Really nice guy, you know. Then Elizabeth just wants to be with Sting, but then I was like, yeah, something is going to happen between Sting. Where Sting gives Elizabeth a super, strong mace, but instead of mace, it was fucking silly strings. But then, Liz gets embarrassed, but then, here she comes with a baseball bat, hits Sting in the face with it, and that causes disqualification. This is a way to write Sting off to do Shutter Speed, a TV movie, which, if you know, watch Brian Zane's double feature between that, you know, there's that. This match could have been better. But, similar to Triple H and Randy Orton, Sting and Lex Luger were better off as allies instead of enemies. You know, I give it a 3.5 out of 10. It was, could have been better, but then again, this is Starrcade 1999. What else do you expect? Then, this fucking match. The Powerbomb match between Kevin Nash and Sid Vicious. This match is a botch fest. And it's a fucking shame because like Sting and it's just like I like Sid Vicious. Rest in peace to Sid Vicious. I love Kevin Nash. They don't work well together. And this was worse than their stuff in 1995 in WWF. First off, the first botch was Sid cut this funny ass promo. Cause you know, you're only half the man I am, and I have half the brains that you do. That was funny though, but then in the actual match, they were supposed to do a double clothesline spot, but Nash improvised and gives him a sort of choke slam, which I say improvise because Nash never done something like that. However, he started to pin him, and then referee Mark Slick Johnson starts to count the fall, but it's supposed to end in a pinfall. Then the end to it. Sid hits Kevin Nash with the powerbomb. Slick Johnson was out cold during it. Then out comes the Wild Slap Nuts appears. Hits Sid with the guitar. And this is how the match ends. Kevin Nash tries to powerbomb Sid twice. He couldn't do it. He tells Mark Slick Johnson, hit him with the powerbomb, but Nash tells Slick Johnson, yes, I powerbomb Sid. And he says, screw it, you win. Oh, this is terrible. It's a fucking shame Nash and Sid had better matches with Goldberg than against each other. A 0 out of 10, and I'm only at a 0 because I don't do negatives anymore. And honestly, negative ratings are... I don't give a shit about negative ratings anyway. They're fucking stupid anyways. Anyways, in your semi-main event, originally, for the United States Championship was supposed to be a ladder match between champion Scott Hall versus challenger Chris Benoit. However, before the show, Scott Hall was injured. I think this was around the time he got hit by a car laying on the street. God, Scott Hall around the time was in really... I don't want to go into that. They stripped Scott Hall of the U.S. Championship. And they gave it to Chris Benoit. But Benoit says, I came to DC to kick some ass. And we're going to get a ladder match for the United States Championship in a ladder match. And the person who answers this challenge was Jeff Jarrett. Look, don't get me wrong, this was the best match on this fucking card. However, Jeff Jarrett won the US title the following night on Nitro, and we don't know what that Nitro was. Regardless, this was a great match. I give it a 9 out of 10. And I know a lot of people saying Benoit matches are uncomfortable to watch. Yeah. Not me. I'm not going into details of what happened with him because, I just want to be reminded of Benoit as a wrestler. That's it. Still, a great ladder match. Even though it was supposed to be Scott Hall, but hey, Jeff Jarrett pulled double duty on this show. Wrestling twice on this show. So yeah. And then the main event. 12 matches down. One more match to go. Main event time. A no disqualification match for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Why was this a no DQ match? Because there has to be a winner. Bret Hart defeats Goldberg by submission to retain the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. So Bret Hart won the WCW Championship last month at Mayhem. A review I will do at some point. WCW Mayhem was the first wrestling game I ever owned, but still. And the first person he beat to go win the title in that exact same tournament was Goldberg. Bret Hart, the following night on Nitro, gives Goldberg a chance against Bret at this pay-per-view. So yeah. Outside of the bullshit I'm going to talk about, this is still a really good match between Bret Hart and Goldberg. However, there was one ref bump. Billy Silverman got bumped. But poor Billy Silverman got fucked up all over this. Did not have a good night. Then Charles Robinson comes in. Goldberg does this, slamming into him. And then Bret Hart does the figure 4 ring post, by which I don't like the idea of doing the figure 4 near the ring post. And Bret Hart claimed this was the first part of his concussion. Where another referee, Johnny Boone, who the hell is he? He's the third ref. He gets bumped. And then the infamous super kick. Goldberg reverses an Irish whip. Bret Hart gets thrown into the ropes. Goldberg kicks him. And then Roddy Piper comes out with a referee shirt after Goldberg speared Bret Hart. Bret Hart, he fucking no-sold the fucking spear. Sell fucking moves. You're not the fucking Ultimate Warrior. Just like Bianca Belair. Then they reenact the Montreal Screwjob. And that's how the show ends. Bret Hart chases Roddy Piper up the ramp. Bret says, "What the fuck are you doing?" Piper just gives him the belt anyways and declared the winner. You know what? Fuck all that whole bullshit with the screw. Goldberg should have fucking won this, okay? This, by the way, 8 out of 10 I'll give it. It was still a good match, but this was the night after. The reenactment of the NWO 2000. A dumpster fire I did. Where Kevin Nash says, "The band is back together!" With Bret Hart and Jeff Jarrett. And then we get the infamous Thunder episode. And yes, I say infamous. Goldberg went on an open season to go after every member of the NWO, which we... that. And then the incident with the limousine. Goldberg got hurt by punching real fucking glass. No criming rare. Fuck Jack Perry, by the way. This caused Goldberg to be out for months. He won't return until May or June, one of those 2 months of 2000. And then afterwards, Bret Hart, his concussion, got severely injured, which, by the way, it's your own fucking fault to do that figure 4 spot. Like, I'm sorry. I never was a fan of Bret Hart. And this one, WCW proves it. I don't give a shit if Goldberg is reckless. Fuck you, Bret Hart. I could go on forever about Bret Hart's rant on Goldberg, but I'm not going to. I did a dumpster fire on that 2 years ago on Bret's run in WCW and NWO 2000 also. Starrcade 1999 is a bottom tier pay-per-view WCW ever produced. I hate this show. Like, it's worse than 1998. So, my final verdict, well, it was a little bit better than the last time, but I still don't care. I've been dreading on talking about this show again. Regardless, I'm still giving it a 0.5 out of 10. Now it's time for my talk about what's the best and the worst match of Starrcade 1999. And the best match on the show, no shock, it goes to Chris Benoit versus Jeff Jarrett in the ladder match for the United States Championship. And I give the worst match on this show to Kevin Nash versus Sid Vicious in the Powerbomb match. So yeah, next week it's the last review of December. On this channel, that is, next week. We're going 10 years later to TNA in 2009. The last pay-per-view before Hulk Hogan came. And that is Final Resolution 2009. You know. And that's AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels on that show, so that's good to see. Good for me. Yeah. Starrcade 1999, I do not recommend it. But regardless, tomorrow will be my SmackDown review. And Saturday will be Hunt for Gold, the last pay-per-view of WCW for 2024. And there. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel right here, and click the notification bell as well as my main channel also. So, there's that. Goodbye.